In this video, we're uncovering the disturbing truth about what's really in your morning coffee. The 8 coffee creamers you need to stop buying immediately. From corn syrup and vegetable oils to additives banned in other countries, what you're about to discover might completely change your next grocery trip. And here's the good news. Stick with me until the end because I'll reveal the 4 truly clean brands that health-conscious consumers actually trust. Let's pour out the truth and separate real cream from chemical concoctions. 8. Califia Farms. Starting our list at number 8, Califia Farms positions itself as the modern, plant-based choice for health-conscious coffee drinkers. But the ingredient reality tells a different story. While the almond or oat milk base sounds wholesome, each serving contains cane sugar that adds unnecessary sweetness to what should be a simple dairy alternative. The creamer includes sunflower oil, which provides texture and richness, but also adds processed fats that traditional cream never needed. What makes Califia particularly concerning is the presence of multiple thickeners and stabilizers, including guar gum and gellan gum, additives that give the creamer its smooth consistency but have no place in genuinely clean food. The natural flavor designation sounds reassuring until you realize it's an umbrella term that can hide dozens of undisclosed chemical compounds. For adults over 45 who remember when cream meant simply cream, Califia represents the new wave of processed plant-based products that trade one set of concerns for another. The sugar content alone means your morning coffee is delivering empty carbohydrates before you've even started your day. While marketed as a better alternative, these additives and sugars make Califia Farms a compromise rather than a clean choice. 7. Silk. At number 7, Silk trades on decades of soy milk familiarity, but their coffee creamer formulation raises red flags. The ingredient list starts with cane sugar, making sweetness the priority over dairy or plant-based nutrition. Silk includes sunflower oil to create the creamy mouthfeel that oil-free products can't match, but it's still an ultra-processed fat added for texture rather than health. The creamer contains dipotassium phosphate, a synthetic salt that prevents separation and maintains consistency, the same additive used in processed cheese and instant pudding. Gellan gum appears as a thickener, providing body through chemistry rather than through quality ingredients. That natural flavor designation appears here too, masking whatever compounds the company uses to make plant milk taste like cream. For older adults who grew up pouring actual half and half into their morning coffee, Silk represents how far modern food has drifted from simplicity. The combination of added sugars, vegetable oils, and multiple stabilizers means you're starting each day with processed ingredients that your body must work to metabolize. Silk might have pioneered plant-based milk alternatives, but their creamer formula prioritizes shelf stability and profit margins over ingredient purity. 6. Great Value. Moving into more troubling territory, Walmart's Great Value brand combines budget pricing with concerning ingredients. The creamer contains high fructose corn syrup, that controversial sweetener that health-conscious consumers have been avoiding for years. High fructose corn syrup metabolizes differently than regular sugar, with studies linking it to increased fat storage and metabolic issues particularly relevant for aging adults watching their weight. Great Value includes palm oil, a saturated fat that's cheaper than traditional dairy fats, but carries environmental destruction and questionable health implications. The additive list reads like a chemistry textbook: mono and diglycerides for texture, dipotassium phosphate for stability, and carrageenan as a thickener. Carrageenan has faced particular scrutiny, with research suggesting it may trigger digestive inflammation in sensitive individuals. For folks over 45, many of whom remember when Walmart sold actual food rather than food-like products, Great Value represents the compromise of convenience over quality. The low price point reflects low-quality inputs, with manufacturers using the cheapest possible ingredients to hit razor-thin profit margins. Your morning coffee ritual deserves better than high fructose corn, syrup, and palm oil adding calories without nutrition. 5. Coffee Rich. At number 5, Coffee Rich carries nostalgic familiarity for older coffee drinkers, but the formulation hasn't aged well. The product contains hydrogenated coconut oil, which creates a creamy texture but also delivers the trans fats that cardiologists warn against. Hydrogenation extends shelf life by preventing oil from going rancid, but it creates artificial fats that your body struggles to process properly. Coffee Rich includes corn syrup as a primary sweetener, adding empty calories that spike blood sugar without providing any nutritional benefit. That combination of hydrogenated oil and corn syrup means every tablespoon is delivering processed fats and refined sugars simultaneously. The ingredient list includes artificial flavor, a designation that could mean almost anything with no requirement to disclose the actual compounds used. Multiple emulsifiers and stabilizers appear throughout, chemicals that keep water and oil from separating during the months this product sits on shelves. For adults who remember Coffee Rich from their parents' kitchens, it's worth reconsidering whether childhood familiarity justifies consuming hydrogenated oils. The convenience of a non-dairy creamer that never spoils comes at the cost of ingredients your body would rather you avoid. Coffee Rich represents mid-century food science that modern nutrition knowledge has left behind. 4. Starbucks at home. Approaching our worst offenders, Starbucks at home, bottles attempt to recreate cafe experience but fall short on ingredient quality. The creamer lists vegetable oil, specifically high oleic soybean oil, which sounds healthier than it is. While high oleic versions contain better fat profiles than regular soybean oil, it's still an ultra-processed oil extracted using industrial methods and chemical solvents. Starbucks includes gellan gum as a stabilizer and thickener, that same additive providing texture through chemistry rather than through cream or milk solids. The natural flavor appears again, masking whatever proprietary blend Starbucks uses to approximate their signature taste. What makes this particularly disappointing is that Starbucks built its reputation on premium coffee culture. Yet their bottled creamers rely on the same processed oils and additives as budget brands. For older adults who remember when Starbucks represented quality and authenticity, these creamers feel like a betrayal of that brand promise. The convenience of pre-made creamer can't justify consuming vegetable oils and synthetic stabilizers with every cup. Your home coffee deserves ingredients as good as what you'd expect from a premium cafe, and Starbucks at home doesn't deliver that standard. 3. Dunkin' claiming. Number 3, Dunkin' brings their convenience store coffee culture home with concerning ingredients. The creamer contains sugar as a primary ingredient, not milk or cream, making sweetness the foundation of the formula. Dunkin' uses palm oil to create richness, that same controversial fat associated with rainforest destruction and questionable metabolic effects. The additive list includes familiar chemical names, mono and diglycerides for smooth texture, dipotassium phosphate for stability, and carrageenan as a thickener. Each of these serves a function for the manufacturer, extending shelf life and maintaining consistency, but serves no function for your health. What's particularly troubling is how Dunkin' has normalized drive-through coffee culture, where speed matters more than quality. For adults in their 50s and 60s who built morning coffee rituals around actual cream and sugar, Dunkin' creamers represent how convenience replaced authenticity. The sugar content means every pour is spiking your blood glucose, while the palm oil and additives deliver processed fats your body would rather not metabolize. Dunkin' might run on their coffee, but your body shouldn't run on vegetable oils and chemical stabilizers. 2. International Delight. Coming in at number 2, International Delight epitomizes everything wrong with modern coffee creamers. The product contains corn syrup and corn syrup solids, double dosing the refined sweetener that health experts recommend avoiding. These corn-based sweeteners spike blood sugar faster than regular sugar, particularly concerning for older adults managing metabolism and weight. International Delight uses palm oil as its fat source, choosing cheap controversial oil over quality dairy fats that actually taste like cream. The chemical additive list is extensive. Sodium caseinate for protein, mono and diglycerides for emulsification, and carrageenan for thickness. Each serves manufacturing needs rather than nutritional needs. What makes International Delight particularly problematic is the vast array of artificial flavors they offer, from birthday cake to candy bar imitations. These aren't cream alternatives, they're dessert syrups masquerading as coffee additions. For health-conscious adults watching their sugar intake and trying to eat real food, International Delight represents the worst of processed food culture. The flavored varieties can contain 5 or more grams of sugar per tablespoon, meaning a typical coffee serving delivers 15 grams of sugar before you've had breakfast. Your morning coffee shouldn't taste like cake batter, and it definitely shouldn't deliver this many processed ingredients. 1. Coffee Mate. Taking the #1 spot as the absolute worst coffee creamer available, Coffee Mate combines maximum processing with minimum nutrition. The product starts with corn syrup, making refined sweetener the foundation ingredient rather than milk or cream. Coffee Mate uses vegetable oil, specifically a blend including soybean and cottonseed, ultra-processed oils extracted using chemical solvents and high heat that destroy any beneficial compounds. These oils create the creamy texture through chemistry rather than through dairy, giving the illusion of richness while delivering processed fats. The additive roster includes dipotassium phosphate for stability, preventing separation during the months this product can sit unrefrigerated. Mono and diglycerides appear as emulsifiers, keeping water and oil mixed in ways nature never intended. Carrageenan provides thickness, that controversial seaweed extract linked to digestive inflammation in susceptible individuals. What makes Coffee Mate the worst is its ubiquity and nostalgia. This has been America's default coffee creamer for generations, with millions of adults over 45 reaching for that familiar bottle every morning. The convenience of a creamer that never spoils and never needs refrigeration comes from extreme processing and chemical preservation. With corn syrup, vegetable oils, and multiple synthetic additives in every pour. Coffee Mate represents how far coffee culture has drifted from the simple pleasure of cream and coffee. Your morning ritual deserves better than industrial oils and corn syrup derivatives. Coffee Mate might be convenient, but convenience shouldn't come at the cost of consuming processed chemicals with every cup. After exposing the chemical offenders, here's relief for coffee lovers who want simple, clean ingredients. These 4 brands prove coffee creamer can be made right, with real ingredients and 0 unnecessary additives. 4. Members Mark. Starting our safe list at number 4, Members Mark from Sam's Club offers surprising quality for a store brand. Their sweet cream creamer contains just 5 ingredients: milk, cream, liquid cane sugar, lactase enzyme, and natural flavors. That's it. The ingredient list reads like what cream should be, actual dairy rather than vegetable oils and corn syrup. Members Mark uses real milk and cream as the foundation, providing the authentic richness that chemical alternatives can never match. The liquid cane sugar adds sweetness transparently, not hiding behind corn syrup derivatives, and the amount remains modest compared to mainstream brands. The lactase enzyme makes the creamer digestible for people with lactose sensitivity, expanding whom can enjoy real dairy without forcing everyone to consume it. Those natural flavors provide subtle vanilla notes without extensive chemical manipulation. What makes Members Mark particularly appealing is the complete absence of oils, gums, or synthetic stabilizers. No vegetable oils means no processed fats. No carrageenan means no controversial thickeners. No dipotassium phosphate means no chemical salts. For adults who remember when half and half was the standard coffee edition, Members Mark delivers that simplicity with just enough modern adaptation to make it accessible. The Sam's Club exclusivity requires membership, but the ingredient integrity makes it worth consideration. Your morning coffee deserves real dairy, and Members Mark provides exactly that. 3. Chobani. At number 3, Chobani brings their yogurt company's commitment to real ingredients into the coffee creamer category. Their sweet cream variety contains just 4 simple components: milk, cream, cane, sugar, and natural flavors. That's the complete ingredient list. No oils, no gums, no chemical stabilizers. Chobani starts with real milk and cream, the foundation ingredients that coffee drinkers have used for centuries before processed alternatives took over. The cream provides authentic richness and smooth texture without needing vegetable oils or emulsifiers to fake it. Cane sugar adds sweetness honestly and transparently, listed right there on the label rather than disguised as corn syrup solids or high fructose formulations. The amount remains reasonable, letting you taste coffee rather than drowning it in syrup. Natural flavors provide subtle vanilla notes, though Chobani keeps these minimal compared to the aggressive artificial flavoring in mainstream brands. What makes Chobani particularly trustworthy is the company's broader commitment to ingredient transparency. They built their yogurt reputation on real milk and minimal processing, and that philosophy extends to their creamers. For older adults concerned about knowing exactly what they're consuming, Chobani's short ingredient list provides peace of mind. No hidden additives, no chemical names you can't pronounce. Just milk, cream, and modest sweetening. This is what coffee creamers should be. Simple, clean, and made from ingredients your grandmother would recognize. 2. Horizon Organic. Claiming the number 2 spot, Horizon Organic represents the gold standard of organic dairy, translated into coffee creamer. Their half and half contains exactly 2 ingredients: organic grade A milk and organic grade A cream. That's the complete formula. Nothing else added, nothing synthetic, nothing processed. Horizon sources from organic dairy farms where cows graze on pesticide-free pastures without hormones or antibiotics, meaning the milk quality starts at the source rather than trying to fix problems through processing. The organic certification guarantees no GMO feed, no synthetic pesticides, and stricter animal welfare standards than conventional dairy. That certification means independent third-party verification of their claims, unlike brands that make wholesome-sounding promises without accountability. The half and half format means Horizon contains no added sugars whatsoever, letting you control sweetness separately rather than forcing pre-sweetened formulas. For adults managing blood sugar or simply preferring to taste their coffee, this unsweetened option provides maximum flexibility. The cream content delivers authentic richness from milk fat, the way cream has provided richness for thousands of years before food science tried to improve it. What makes Horizon particularly appealing for health-conscious older adults is the complete absence of any additives. No oils, no gums, no stabilizers, no flavorings. Just organic milk and cream mixed in proper proportions. This is coffee creamer at its purest, proving that quality dairy needs nothing added to perform its function perfectly. Horizon Organic charges premium prices, but those prices reflect actual organic dairy rather than marketing markup on processed chemicals. 1. Organic Valley. Taking the top spot as the absolute best coffee creamer available, Organic Valley represents dairy farming done right with ingredients that honor both tradition and health. Their half and half contains exactly 2 components: organic grade A milk and organic grade A cream. That's the complete ingredient list. The same simplicity your great-grandparents would have used before the processed food revolution complicated everything. Organic Valley operates as a farmer-owned cooperative, meaning actual dairy farmers control the company rather than corporate executives focused on quarterly profits. This structure prioritizes sustainable farming practices and ingredient quality over cost-cutting and shelf-life extension. The organic certification requires pasture access for cows, prohibits synthetic hormones and antibiotics, and bans GMO feed, creating fundamentally healthier milk from the start. That certification includes regular independent inspections, providing accountability that conventional brands can't match. Organic Valley's half and half contains 0 added sugars, giving you complete control over sweetness rather than forcing you to consume predetermined amounts with every pour. For adults watching sugar intake or simply wanting to taste coffee rather than syrup, this unsweetened option is essential. The milk and cream provide natural richness through actual dairy fat, the way cream has enriched coffee since people first combined the 2. No vegetable oils attempting to mimic creaminess, no gums providing artificial thickness, no stabilizers preventing natural separation. Just milk and cream doing what milk and cream do naturally. What makes Organic Valley the absolute best is the combination of organic integrity, farmer ownership, and ingredient simplicity. This cooperative has maintained quality standards for over 35 years, proving that sustainable organic dairy can succeed commercially without compromising values. For coffee drinkers who remember when cream meant simply cream, Organic Valley delivers exactly that experience with modern organic certification guaranteeing purity. Your morning coffee ritual deserves ingredients this clean, this simple, and this honest. Organic Valley proves that the best coffee creamer is the one that needs no explanation, just organic milk and organic cream in perfect balance. 8 coffee creamers loaded with corn syrup, vegetable oils, and chemical additives, plus 4 that honor what cream should be. Before your next grocery run, remember this. Check that ingredients list for real milk and cream, avoid brands using corn syrup or palm oil, and choose companies that prioritize simplicity over shelf stability. If this video changed how you'll look at coffee creamer, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me which brand shocked you most, and share this with friends who deserve to know what they're pouring into their morning coffee. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss content exposing hidden ingredients and protecting your health. Thanks for watching. Here's to cleaner, simpler mornings. See you in the next one.